Yo, what's going on YouTube? Kronos here, and welcome back to the channel, guys. Just wanted to do a quick little video, a couple things that, honestly, I can't even say a couple of things that I've had pop up. Just some people have asked, concerned if I've quit PSO2 or what's going on with PSO2, so on and so forth. So I figured I'd do a little bit of I guess a sort of PSA video, just talking about kind of what we're up to and, what's been going on. I know I've talked about it a couple of times on the channel, but just to kind of give that peace of mind. Basically, much like the title of this video or in the thumbnail you're going to see, it's okay to quit playing PSO2 at the moment. But before we jump into that, guys, my name is Chrono. I do content here on YouTube, mostly regarding PSO2 and a few other games here and there on the side. Would much appreciate you subscribe as we work towards our 10K mark by the end of the year. But let's go ahead and jump into this. So I know recently a lot of people have been pretty disappointed with the lack of content we've had available in PSO2, and I hear you. I totally understand where you guys are coming from. It's kind of funny because a lot of people have come up with the idea of that PSO2 sucks, the game's trash, it's so awful, I hate it, I'm so mad. When in reality, what they're saying is that they're just upset there's nothing to do with the moment. Realistically, people don't actually hate the game full on for, like, straight up. If you haven't played PSO2, if you haven't been playing since it launched, it's a really great game because you have tons of stuff to do. The real issue is that our gameplay loop is pretty bad at the moment. There's not a lot of things for us to do once we get ourselves leveled up. When we get endgame gear, what do we do with it? And it's kind of put a bad taste in the player's mouth as to what they should really be doing or where their time is going to be most efficiently used. And I'm here to tell you that unfortunately your time is best used away from the game. It's kind of hard to say that as someone who absolutely loves Phantasy Star, who has for a very, very long time, back with playing PSU and PSO2 for so long, but sometimes Phantasy Star games do get like this, where there's a drought of content where what we want to do really isn't what the devs are providing us at the moment. Now, do keep providing your feedback. They do surveys, they do look at the forums and things of that sort. Now, granted, if you're coming at someone screaming, there's never going to listen to you, but I would definitely recommend providing constructive feedback anytime you get a chance to, and let them know. Just put it in the right places. Posting something like the game has no content and I hate it underneath something where like, hey, here's a giveaway, is just gonna make them not want to do a giveaway. To be perfectly honest, like it doesn't really help anything. I know people have been like that all the time. I know people in the comments of this video are gonna be like, the game sucks, there's no content and I hate it. This is me right now calling those people out, just saying you probably have already commented that and it's only 2 minutes into the video itself, so who knows. Anyway, the whole point of this video itself is to say, hey guys, if you're taking a break, that's totally fine. Take a break from the game. Actually, I urge you to take a break from the game, because the thing that would suck is when the content we actually want to do comes out, when that gameplay loop gets circled around and is really, really dope, you really want to be refreshed and ready to play and have a good time, because I've had players that have pushed through and played through the content drought, and when that gameplay loop gets dope, they're burnt out. They are already done playing. They're like, I've been doing this stuff for so long. I'm just tired of playing. I want to play something else. And that is probably the saddest thing to see, is missing out on when the game is a lot of fun, because then they double back and come back to the game later after they've taken their break, and then they've missed out on all the super fun times that we've had and all this other stuff, and it's just, it's terrible. It's super terrible. So what do you do? What do you do in PSO2? At the moment right now for me, I log in, I do my dailies, get those taken care of. Weeklies honestly only take me less than an hour to do, and it's once a week. So get my weeklies knocked out, aren't too terrible to get done. Do my dailies each day, takes me like maybe 15 minutes, if even that. And honestly, they're not even necessary to do. I haven't been doing my mining route runs in quite a while because I'm so stacked up on resources, it's insane. And then just passively making money slowly but surely over the course of the time I've been playing. At the moment, there's no reason to spend a ton of money on a bunch of your gear, and if you're not playing the game, you don't really need to worry too much about fashion. Maybe keep an eye on a couple of things here and there, but pick them up sparingly. That way, when you do jump back into the game hardcore, you'll have what you want and you won't feel like you missed out. The real big thing is a lot of times people tend to just full on disconnect from the game, and then they miss out on small things that could have gotten done in just like a few minutes that could have been super helpful and super beneficial to them. So I would say don't go full on, disconnect, I would say don't go full on uninstall unless you absolutely need that storage space. I totally understand some people need the storage space itself. 100 gigabytes is kind of crazy for the size of a game, and not everyone has the ability to just have that space used up and not have to worry about it. I happen to be one of the lucky few that can do that, and it's not a huge deal. But if you need that space itself, it's totally understandable. Uninstall and just take some time away, play some other stuff. Just to kind of give an example, I'm playing a ton of Star Wars: The Old Republic. I play a ton of Final Fantasy 14 as well, and I'm playing a couple of games on the side. Just to name drop a couple of my friends I know that are also in the community itself. Anibal has been playing a ton of Final Fantasy 14. My editor and artist are both playing Final Fantasy 14. I know Karopi is playing, Genshin, and has been playing some other stuff as well. Koiji or Mark, well, he was moving first off, but has been playing other games that have been popping up into his backlog. He's been playing as well, and apparently he's also been playing a bit of 14. Some of the tier 1 guys have been playing Final Fantasy 14. It's kind of all over the place. So a lot of us are taking a step away from the game. That's totally fine. It doesn't mean that we hate the game and we're never going to play it again. It just means that what we want to do and what we've done really, it's kind of finished. Like there's nothing for us to really work on. We're not going to force it, and I'm not going to force it personally. I'm just going to wait until there's more things for me to do. I'm still going to cover news, still going to cover content, I'm still going to play it as it pops up when new things do pop around, but if it's not something that I want to consistently do, I'm not going to force myself to do it. And honestly, you guys shouldn't either. So take your time, have a good time wherever you decide to go, but keep in mind, being a Final Fantasy fan or being a Phantasy Star fan is totally okay to take a break from the game itself. Realistically, the people that we kind of look, I don't want to say look down on, are the people that are forcing themselves to play the game and talking about how terrible it is the entire time. Like, they're the ones that aren't helping things, because the players that come in that haven't played the game, that really haven't experienced all the things that we have, are having a good time. They're enjoying themselves. There have been tons of players who've come over to the game that have never played it beforehand, and they are blown away by how much fun they're having. Now, granted, when they get to the end of the gameplay loop, they're probably not going to be as happy, but those players are probably just going to walk away and come back later, like we've been suggesting people do from the very, very get-go. So, again, not to say that you shouldn't play the game, not to say you shouldn't be upset the gameplay loop isn't better. Honestly, I wish the gameplay loop was better, because I just want more reason to play Phantasy Star. Like, I love the game. I've loved my character. I loved everything they've done so far. I want more of a loop. I want more character progression in the story. I want to see more of the classes come out, because the class design's been pretty decent so far. Hasn't been perfect, but it's been pretty cool. I want to see more of the zones. I want to see a lot more things in the game, and I'm ready to see them when they pop up. But I'm also not going to force myself to sit somewhere and be upset about it. Hop over to somewhere else, have a good time, and we'll see you guys when we do get back into that gameplay loop that we really, really want. Like I said, I'm still going to cover content. Still gonna be doing videos at least weekly, at the very least, whether it be a pulse check, whether it be some news related stuff. Next week we have the NGS headline. Hopefully we'll see some good stuff there. We do get to see a trailer for Bouncer, so I'm super excited about that, and we'll have to see how things go from there. Anyway, guys, hopefully you guys are having a good time wherever you happen to be, whatever you happen to be doing. Sound off in the comments what you guys are playing. I always want to hear, again, the pulse check, hear what you guys are playing, what are you having fun with. I'm having a blast playing the stories on Star Wars: The Old Republic, as well as getting my character all set up for Endwalker in Final Fantasy 14. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say. Hopefully everything's going well for you, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Peace out.